Hello, is this thing going? Okay, hi! Welcome to my stream. Let's see, what are we doing today? Today, we're going to look at Welcome Home. I thought it was a video game, but apparently it wasn't. Like, who did I see mess around with it? It was... I can't remember the YouTuber that I saw. It was like 1:30 in the morning, and I was just surfing the web and stuff, and that's how I found out about it. I actually thought that it was an analog horror game, because you know how there are some video games where you play as somebody surfing the dark web and whatnot, and yeah, you play as somebody surfing the dark web, and you're supposed to find these little fucked up secrets until like things escalate and whatnot. And I thought that Welcome Home was something like that, but it's not even a game. Like, you could just pull up to the website and you could still find out messed up secrets, but you can still find messed up secrets, but it's still something cool to look at. But I'm going to turn down the music in the background because I heard that there's been an update on the website and there's voice acting, so that's nice. And we're just gonna look around because I really haven't gotten into it. I've just seen a lot of fan art, and I don't trust Wally, which is the little dude in the pompadour. Like, I don't trust that dude. But we're just gonna look at it. So y'all are gonna hear the melodious musings of my voice as I read through the website. And if anybody would like to jump in and help me find little secrets or whatever as I like hover around, like there's obvious stuff like the eyes on the side, but I know there's gonna be a lot smaller things that jump out and are a little bit abnormal. Like, I already see all of these eyes and stuff. But welcome home. This is the pompadour guy that I was talking about. His name is Wally. Oh, I can click on this red house. What's that do? Oh, I clicked something. Huh. Wait, actually, let me turn off this music, because we might have to listen a lot more. Hold on.
There you are. Welcome home.
Wait, did anybody hear that? Huh. Wait, just one moment. Because I thought that it had a game audio. So there's browser. And then there's that. Give me just a moment. So let's see if y'all can hear this now.
There you are. Welcome home.
Well, that's something. Is that it? Like, there's a spinning record that sort of looks like an eyeball. Or at least it reminds me of an eyeball. Like, those dark, like the dark sclera and the red iris, and it looks irritated. Like, I wonder if there's gonna be more eye motifs. What does this do? Can I even click on it? Okay. Let's keep going. With a hop, skip, and a jump, you are ushered into the colorful, serendipitous... It's sad, because I know how to read. It's just reading out loud. I don't have a problem with the activity. It's just that sometimes pronunciation is a pain in the ass. But you're ushered into the colorful, serendipitous world of Welcome Home. It only takes one stroll down the neighborhood to know this is just the nicest little place you've ever seen. Watch Wally and his colorful array of friends, neighbors, Friendly neighbors. Learn about the world. Learn about the... Huh. Where's world? Or maybe it was a typo. We go to Wally 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 World. Wally 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 Wally. Let me turn off the Pinterest widget if I could do that so that doesn't interfere with me clicking on pictures. Rest in peace. Okay. Let me disable that. Hey Bean, how's it going? Right now we're looking at Welcome Home. We're not playing it because kind of find out it's not a game. But what I'm going to do is like read the... Oh, I just saw something. Can I not click on that? What I'm going to do is like read around and click around the website because there's a lot of secrets and stuff. The creator of it is Clown Illustration, who created this website to talk about their little OCs and whatnot, and it's one of those premises where production gets corrupted or something. You have to like look around the site in order to find out about the weird happenings surrounding this show. I already saw something weird in the picture, but we'll see how things go. I just turned off the Pinterest widget because I have Pinterest. It's not. I thought it was. I was interested initially. You can still be interested in it because like the website is very interactive. You got to click around and stuff in order to find it. It's still very much horror analog. There's just like no points or endings to it. And apparently it recently got an update where there's like voice acting and stuff. So that's cool. Like I just clicked on this. This is the first time that I've really been on the site. The heck? There it is. Also, can you hear this? By any chance?
There you are. Welcome home.
Like, did you hear what played in the audio? Like, is it on mute? Oh, I'm doing well. How are you? Volume is pretty low. Okay, give me just a moment. Let me unlock and then I'm trying to edit the audio. Let's see. Balance. Okay, let's play this again.
There you are. Welcome home. Ha ha ha.
So can you hear it now? Like it today starting off better than the previous, so we just gonna ride that wave. That's good. To me, I got a lot of stuff to do later on today because I'm dealing with summer finals. But this is sort of like a break for me because I get to fuck around on the internet and not be bothered. Okay, that's good. You can hear it better now. So let's see. But that's fucked up. Or that thing is weird and there's like a lot of eyes everywhere. But I'm pretty much just going to be reading along and stuff and looking at stuff. So welcome to the Welcome Home website. Feel free to explore our humble homepage and learn more about a puppet show now lost to obscurity. Thank you for visiting. Oh, so that's the actual homepage. Oh no, that's a landing page, sorta. Welcome home. So critically praised and financially successful, Welcome Home dominated its Saturday morning time slot with its colorful cast of puppets, entertaining and addictive stories, and lively sets unlike anything seen before. Surely a spectacle for audiences of all ages. Also, if my cursor pops up on something and I'm not noticing due to tunnel vision, or like you see something weird in a corner, let me know. Welcome Home was an American children's television program Oh yeah, you want to hear low music in the background? I should probably play that. Let me skip that. Because I don't want it to be eerily quiet. I mainly only turn the volume off with the music. Unless there's like some weird shit. Let's see. So, Welcome Home was an American children's television program created and produced by the Playfellow Workshop, which served as the studio's only production. Supposedly, its first episode aired on October 11, 1969, and was broadcast onto an unknown channel until its last estimated air date sometime in 1974. This is a cool drawing. Welcome Home primarily focused on the neighbors, the show's inhabitants, who were accompanied by a mixture of animated breaks and illustrated storybook segments. The setting itself was a colorful and exaggerated design town named Home, with unique elements like a post office and a bodega, as well as brightly colored creatures that live within it. Episodes usually began with Wally introducing the focus or theme of the day before coming across other characters. Oh, that moved. I was like, what? I will, like, turn down the music or something, though, whenever something...
Blue don't actually have any blue pigmentation. They have to grow in soil that is basic as well, so the pine straw should be left for the other beds.
You're telling me that...
Can I not replay it? I want to replay!
These flowers are liars, Frankie?
I'm not telling you that these flowers are liars.
Huh. Or was it not fully loaded all the way? Those are like those clothes hanger clips.
Barnaby, I'm talking about how these flowers are specially selected to...
Flowers are selected to look like...
Look this way.
Look this way.
Hey, being blue isn't anything special, pal.
I'm gonna keep clicking through it because it's obviously not done. But no, these things, they look like people because like that looks like the body, and the round part at the top is the head, and the clip part are really long
Don't
legs.
you know that blue is all the rage nowadays?
Huh. Blue is on the range nowadays. Yeah, they say you get one time and
I
one.
don't think people are painting them.
Or let me click out and then come back.
Blue don't actually have any blue pigmentation. They have to grow in soil that is basic as well, so the pine straw should be left for the other beds.
You're telling me that these flowers are liars, Frankie?
I'm not telling you that these flowers are liars, Barnaby. I'm talking about how these flowers are specially selected to look this way.
Hey, being blue isn't anything special, pal. Don't you know that blue is all the rage nowadays?
I don't think people are painting themselves blue, frankly. Are you saying your fur color isn't natural?
I beg your pardon? I am unnatural beauty as far as you know.
I doubt you're any sort of beagle. I've never seen any blue dog before in my life. Now, if you don't mind, we'd like to continue tending to my flowers in peace.
You're gonna have to do more than tend to them if you want them to grow up nice and big. You know what they say, you gotta entertain your plants to make them happy.
That's true, but I'm not going to let your snappy patter poison my petunias. I'd hardly call your material entertaining.
Oh, is it even done? Come on, load the whole thing.
Much less fertilizer.
Oh, don't you worry, Frank. The last thing I'll do is overwhelm your orchid. Your plants all seem clovered.
Ah.
Sort of giving Bert and Ernie or something. Or at least the guy explaining it is giving Ernie. Explaining the flowers. I'm gonna let the...
Not with these puns again. You're going to make all of my hard work wilt. Your humor's too dry for my impatience.
Hey, not a daisy goes by where you don't get impatient.
Yeah, I'll go back and wait. What was I reading again? Episodes usually, I already read that. Let's see, join him on his escapades until the end of the day, which would signify the end of the show. All the characters had notable recurring segments that were sprinkled throughout the entirety of the show's run, such as Eddie Deer creating arts and crafts, Sally Starlet performing plays, or Wally Darling painting a picture with the help of other members of the cast. The viewer was often regarded as an additional neighbor, with Wally... Why is the W sinking? Wally speaking to them on a regular basis. Fix it! Fix it! These puppets are here to stay. Welcome home. Can I, like, zoom in to the gallery, or nah? I can't right click, so it'll be hard. An unfamiliar neighbor is just a friend you haven't met yet. In the world of Welcome Home, with plenty of new faces to get acquainted with. Colorful characters like Wally, Julie, Barnaby, and are waiting to meet you. Invite them into your happy home with toys that will last a lifetime. I wonder if that's a typo or intentional. Restored remnants and reproduced pieces. We'll look through each one. Eddie, you need to get down to business. Let's get down to business to defeat the hunts. I'm sorry. We need to get down to business. We need pencil pushers. We need pushers to push those pencils. We need a big board for the big board meeting about the big boards. And this pie graph is supposed to be blueberry, not strawberry. Now hold on there, Julie. I'm so confused. I don't know whether to scratch my watch or wind my head. Aw. Poor Barnaby. Let's see. We'll be right back. This is a nice, da, 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 da. Or like Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist. Nah. May I ask for some wisdom of Wally's on this fine day? A voice rang out through home. Wally looked up from his painting. Yes, Wally replied. I hope that helps. Like, the reason why I don't trust Wally is because he doesn't have eyelids. And even though the other characters technically don't have eyelids, this dude's eyes are always wide open, and that bothers me. Like, he reminds me of the blue-eyed memes, where it's like folks with brown eyes versus folks with blue eyes, and the blue-eyed dude is always looking like they're staring into your soul. I like it pictures Davy Jones being like, and stop staring at me with them big ol' eyes! It's on the house for you, Valentine. Is that a caterpillar? And he's supposed to be the mailman. I'm over the stars for you, and maybe the moon. This is Playfellow Workshop. You can see that near the bottom. That's probably the name of the manufacturer or the producing studios. I had any weather for you, Valentine. Oh, that's the mailman. So who's the caterpillar? You're a hairdo, Valentine. I don't get it. I don't get it. You're quite the catch, Valentine. Okay, that I understand. So that's a signature. Wally. See, I don't trust this guy. He's dressed up like the devil. Like, that's so obvious. We got Big Red Chicken. There he is. He could go away. Like, that does not... That looks sinister. I don't like that. Like, I will literally turn into Black Dynamite. You know that one episode of Black Dynamite when, it was making fun of that one time when the U.S. government in the 70s wanted to defund PBS, and pretty much it was the episode where Mr. Rogers went insane because like he really cares for the children and stuff, and to the thought of other people trying to exploit the children and hurt them just pissed him off. Because like what happened was, there's this video where because they recorded the court hearing for PBS to make their case of why they needed that funding and stuff, because PBS had stuff like Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street in order to provide education for inner city kids, like kids in urban areas, largely children of color, because you know, redlining and all that kind of stuff was keeping communities from having access to quality public education. So shows like Sesame Street by Jim Henson was made to teach kids the basics, like your numbers, your letters, and how to be polite to people before they would go into kindergarten, so they could be somewhat prepared. Huh. All he has a little cross on his sleeves. Barnaby kind of reminds me of Blue from Blue's Clues. Hey, Wally. How Barnaby holds a cup. Determination. Oh my god. I'm guessing. Is she Sally? There is a characters page. I'm just looking through all of this first. Even though this is very much 70s, like the time that the cartoon came out, her clothes are giving 60s, especially this. And it's also giving Hi Puffy Amiyumi. And that's not Bert. Wally's house being a living being, that kind of bothers me. And then that's like the sun lady. I don't know her name. Wait, hold on. And not Big Red Chicken. Wait, did a cursor change somehow? Hello, sorry, I had to step away for a bit, so I apologize if you were asking me questions and I didn't respond. Oh, that's okay. Okay, so what I was talking about earlier was, shit. What was I talking about earlier? Oh, yeah, I made a reference to Black Dynamite because Wally scares me, and I was making a reference to Black Dynamite because there was an episode in the show. For those who don't know what Black Dynamite is, it is essentially a parody starring Michael J. White as Black Dynamite. It's a parody of blaxploitation films, but it's also like, you know, the difference between satire and parody is that satire makes fun of something to critique it, whereas a parody is like making fun of it as a tribute to it. Yeah, remember how they had a cartoon and then there was an episode where Black Dynamite fought Mr. Rogers because he killed the PBS executives and stuff, and he kidnapped the children to take them to a safe haven because he wanted them to be protected, even though he was kind of teaching them to be violent. Like, oh yeah, if these grown-ass adults are trying to exploit you and stuff, just kill them. And although I agree, like, he was like training them to be a militia, like he was like some sub-Saharan warlord. Like, that was weird. No, I don't think I saw that one. Okay, so I'll find a clip real quick because one of my favorite scenes of that episode was how they made a reference to hold on. Let's see, Mr. Rogers Black Dynamite. Welcome to my YouTube feed. Why is it not searching? That's weird. That's weird.
But hey,
Let's try this again.
I'm
Oh,
just pulling your leg.
also the video is still like not fully loaded yet.
Just get out of here. My
I'll come back in a moment. I gotta find that okay. Mr. Rogers. There was this one time, I can't remember if it was in the 70s or something, but what happened was it's a reference to this.
Now, Mr. Rock.
The Senate was trying to defund PBS Kids because they didn't like that PBS Kids was trying to I love Kim Whiteley as well. Like, she was phenomenal as Honeybee, and I just love her general sense of humor. She's such a warm person. But what they did was make a reference to the U.S. Senate, who was trying to defund PBS Kids because they were mad that they were teaching poor kids and black kids their ABCs and stuff so they could actually be ready to go to kindergarten due to the lack of resources that existed in those neighborhoods. And Mr. Rogers, he made...
certainly one of the best things that's ever happened to public television, and his Peabody Award is testament to that fact. We in public television are proud of Fred Rogers, and I'm proud to present Mr. Rogers to you now.
And here he was making his case. And to summarize this, the folks were so moved by his speech at this court hearing that not only did they not defund PBS, but they ended up doing a major budget increase in order to further its endeavors with promoting public education amongst the youth.
Senator Pastore, this is a philosophical statement and would take about 10 minutes to read, so I'll not do that. One of the first things that a child learns in a healthy family is trust. And I trust what you have said, that you will read this. It's very important to me. I care deeply about children. My first children...
Will it make you happy if you read it?
I'd just like to talk about it, if it's all right.
Sir. Okay.
My first children's program was on WQED 15 years ago, and its budget was $30. Now, with the help of the Sears Roebuck Foundation and National Educational Television, as well as all of the affiliated stations, each station pays to show our program. It's a unique kind of funding in educational television. With this help, now our program has a budget of $6,000. It may sound like quite a difference, but $6,000 pays for less than 2 minutes of cartoons, 2 minutes of animated, what I sometimes say, bombardment. I'm very much concerned, as I know you are, about what's being delivered to our children in this country. And I've worked in the field of child development for 6 years
Oh, you
now,
missed the explanation.
trying to understand the inner
TLDR,
needs
one time, the U.S. government tried to defund PBS. This is Mr. Rogers giving his testimony to urge them not to defund PBS because they already have so few resources and he is trying to advocate for making public education accessible to children. Because shows like Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street and whatnot, they were created to educate inner city, low income kids of color and stuff, because they did not have access to that formative education before kindergarten. So that's why Sesame Street, they always teach the ABCs and numbers and stuff and how to be kind to other people, because those are like essential skills that you need to learn before you go to school and deal with other people. Like I used to work as a library clerk, and we would always have this program called 1,000 Words Before Kindergarten and stuff, where you're encouraged to check out a bunch of books, and it's like 100 books and stuff. But it's so kids can have a decent vocabulary and to be able to communicate effectively with other people before they go to kindergarten, because that's where they're around. They're away from their parents, so their parent isn't there to explain stuff for them, and it's to help encourage that literacy and communication and stuff. And this is sort of what PBS does, not necessarily with the 1,000 words, but like stuff like your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s,
Children.
learning where your
We
address
deal with
is.
such things as
And I was
the
just showing a
inner
clip of this testimony, because in the episode where Mr. Rogers makes an appearance in Black Dynamite, they make a reference to that. Like, is this the original one?
And finally, cartoons! Check it out, our new addition to...
Not that one. I'm trying to find it. Is it this one?
So, let's make the most of this government cheese. My show was getting...
This was after... Getting fucked with no Vaseline. Oh my god. This was after he won the case. I'm trying to find a case reference to it, but I guess they deleted it, because you know how YouTube always be getting on folks' ass about copyright. But anyways, that's an aside. Let's see if this video fully loaded. Because, oh my god.
Blue don't actually have any blue pigmentation. They have to grow in soil that is basic as well, so the pine straw should be left for the other beds.
You're telling me that these flowers are liars, Frankie?
I'm not telling you that these flowers are liars, Barnaby. I'm talking about how these flowers are specially selected to look this way.
Hey, being blue isn't anything special, pal. Don't you know that blue is all the rage nowadays?
I don't think people are painting themselves blue, frankly. Are you saying your fur color isn't natural?
I beg your pardon? I am unnatural beauty as far as you know.
I doubt you're any sort of beagle. I've never seen any blue dog before in my life. Now, if you don't mind, we'd like to continue tending to my flowers in peace.
You're gonna have to do more than tend to him if you want him to grow up nice and big. You know what they say, you gotta entertain your plants to make them happy.
That's true, but I'm not going to let your snappy patter poison my petunias. I'd hardly call your
Jacksonfied
material
episode.
entertaining, much less fertilizer.
Oh, don't you worry, Frank.
Oh yeah, how
The
Michael
last
Jackson
thing
was
I'll
an
do is
alien and he was
overwhelm
the
your
abusive
orchid.
one.
Your plants all seem clovered.
Not with these puns again. You're going to make all of my hard work wilt. Your humor's too dry for my impatience.
Hey, not a daisy goes by where you don't get impatient. But hey, I'm just pulling your leg.
Oh my god.
Will you just get out of here? My plants don't need your ridiculous jokes to grow. Go find an audience for your silly gags somewhere else.
All right, I'll grow. But every dogwood has his day.
Oh my
I'll
god.
still pop you in from time to time. Even if you're still a little rough around the hedges.
Honestly, with him, I don't know how you can stand to be around him.
The hell? Well, damn. I'll be diddly damned. I like how he has a scribble to say that he's showing curse words. We love it when children's characters say curse words at least once. Let them have it. Unless you're identical to myself, then we would make a terribly matched pair of socks. Yeah, I wouldn't want to match with that. Let's see. Today I feel really peppy, or maybe I'm just thinking about Poppy. Oh, Poppy. So that's the big red chicken. I don't know what kind of bird she is. I just think of big red chicken from Dora. Dora. But I really like these pictures. Like, this was all done by one artist, I think. Like, Clown Illustration was the one who made the concept and who also coded the. So I assume that Clown also made all of this stuff by himself. I wish I was at that point where I could draw my OCs that often and just make an entire website dedicated to them. Oh, this is cool. These tulips are different. It's that, like, I'm just clicking around. I'm like, secret. Welcome Home is believed to have had a 4-year run upon further research before both its abrupt pull from television in 1974 and complete silence from its entertainment company. Oh, these are restored remnants and reproduced pieces. The Playfellow Workshop. Oh, that's the production company. Welcome Home's success seemed to be set in stone amidst other television programs for its visual artistry, captivating stories, remarkable puppetry, and lively characters. However, all footage is presumably lost, including supposed merchandise, advertisements, vinyl record, and illustrated books depicting. How the fuck is all of it lost? Nobody had a t-shirt? No nothing? However, what has been revealed has driven us to uncover its whereabouts. Read more about our journey and how we are recovering this long forgotten puppet show and our mission at the Welcome Home Restoration Project About Us page. Hold on. I know I almost clicked on something. Oh, there it is.
That's what an eye looks like. My eyes are black. What color are yours? Color are yours?
There's a heartbeat in the background. Is that it? This is help. Oh.
What are you waiting for? To hear me again? Ha ha ha. I think that means you can hear me.
There's some subtle music in the background. Like, when you hear past his voice in the heartbeat, I feel like there's like a sound of a. Or maybe that could be outside.
What are you waiting for? To hear me again? Ha ha ha. I think that means you can hear me.
There's something in the left earbud, like a low trumpet sound or something. I've been in band. This seems to be the same audio as the.
That's what an eye looks like.
Yeah, I already played that one. Is there anything else to click on? So that's help. That's still help. And it's still Wally 2 or Will. Wait, what did the first. Hold on, give me a moment. That's the home page. I will help. Okay, so I'm gonna write this down so I could keep track. because we probably have to put these messages together. Okay, so read more about our journey and how we are uncovering this long forgotten puppet show and our mission at the Welcome Home Restoration Project About Us page. About Us. Man, this website is falling apart. Let's see. The Welcome Home Restoration Project is a team of anonymous individuals dedicated to compiling, restoring, and archiving what few remnants of Welcome Home has been uncovered. It is through these collective efforts that we will awaken the memory of this lost piece of media. We strive to establish a friendly and open community of friends, family, and fans, just like the colorful and quaint neighborhoods in our beloved home. Love is clear in the messages of Wally Darling and is as much of a hallmark to him as his charismatic smile, his cheery disposition, and his eagerness to understand the world around him. We too hope to spread this feeling of everlasting joy, caring, understanding, and acceptance in all the hopes that you will join us through our thorough exploration. Together we will make this house a home. Visitors may wonder how we come to uncover such a show, where we obtain these works and the efforts taken to restore them to the best of our ability. To that we are happy to open our front door to you, neighbor. Fact. Wait, hold on. Is there an irregular pattern? Red, yellow, blue, 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 red. Okay, nothing is weird at the moment. General questions. Who are you? For personal reason, our small collective at the Welcome Home Restoration Project have agreed upon staying anonymous for our own security and safety. More than that, however, we wanted to make the recovery of Welcome Home our number one priority and wanted it to be the full focus of the website. Okay. How did you begin your research into Welcome Home? To be honest, we were drawn in unexpectedly. All of the information found on this website was extracted from documents that have been uncovered in brightly colored envelopes. We are thankful to be the first to jumpstart this journey. Huh. Oh. A. Okay, I got my phone with me, so I'll just be writing it down in notes instead of like trying to pin everything. So I will help, and this is A.
I have more eyes than I did before. You know how to draw eyes. You draw mine many times. I know it is thanks to you, neighbor, that I can see. But it is still, I can't see.
Yeah, it's about to get spooky. But I knew there was something fucked up. Wait, is that also it? That's still A. Or is it another A?
I have more eyes.
No, it's the same A. Okay. What do the illustrations, writings, and advertisements look like when you receive them? All of the paper materials tucked away inside the envelopes we have received are usually crammed together and covered in painted ink. Despite this, volunteers have both restored and recreated most of what was found on the documents. Below is an example of our work. We extract information from the original document and translate it into a digital state. Original piece in its destroyed state as we have received it, and then fully restored by our team with slight alterations to the original. Our volunteers have also produced speculative pieces from the information gathered, such as Frank's spinning head, Eddie's removable hat, and the heart marks on the bottom of Wally's shoes. We hope more fan interpretations will be able to arise, just like this. Exploration of Frank's spinning head mechanics as listed in illustrated material. Why did you make this website? Shit. When I unwrapped the first letter, I felt it. I heard it. Open, open, open. I want it out. I'm going to get it out. Okay, but what's the other one? Is that the only way to look at the underlying text? Let me copy. Google Translate. That helps. Okay. I hope that this website would grab the attention of someone who has been there, who have seen this show before us and could tell us more about it. If this wasn't possible, then we wanted to be the first to showcase this lost piece of media to help spur on the research for its existence. Many of our guest book signatures have talked about seeing this show before, so this is a good sign. It mean it inside of you too, then. Does it hurt? Oh. Well, I'll be diddly darn. It means it is inside of you too, then. Huh. What kind of merchandise did Welcome Home have? Oh, this part is abnormal. See this missing chunk out of the side? I'll click on that in a moment. What kind of merchandise did Welcome Home have? It is only speculation, but from what we have gathered, there is a possibility that there are vinyl records, children's toys, and a plethora of other merchandise that could be ordered through various magazines. Someone thinks there are patterns to make your own Barnaby. Could you imagine? Honestly, that would be cool. Do you know how many episodes of Welcome Home there are? Unfortunately, no. We have yet to receive footage from the show, nor a full catalog of all the episodes. We have estimated that the last air date for the show was in 1974, but only because it is the most recent date listed on the script. Let me write that down. That's a note. Is this the Bite of 87? Do you know anyone who worked at the Playfellow Workshop, or are you a former employee? No, and I am not affiliated with the company. But we know of Ronald Dorlane. He must be the creator. We will find the other names too. Wait. I'm gonna highlight this entire page, because holy shit. Are we able to join your team? At the moment we are accepting new members. Who's your favorite resident? Everyone on our team has their favorite, but if you ask me, mine is Wally Darling. He is the most, as he would say. Are we able to join your team? At this moment we are accepting new members. No, I am not affiliated with the company, but we know. See, this one got me fucked up. Unfortunately, no, we have yet to receive footage of the show, but only because it is the most recent date listed on the script. The numbers are so hard to read, sometimes I can't see them. This is normal. This is normal. This wasn't. Yellow, red, blue. Wait, red, yellow, blue. 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 This is normal. This is another one. This is 1014 JS. Is this October 14th? JS? Is that what they mean?
All right, then the knight played by House will exit stage right. That is, if they show up to rehearsal. Then the maiden fair with golden hair greets her kingdom and asserts herself as the new queen of her domain.
As queen of this land, my first decree is to make hopscotch mandatory every day. 2 pebbles, all the way up to 20. No, 30 spaces.
Hopscotch? That's not in the script.
My second decree is filling our moat with scrumptious greenberry ice cream. Up to the top, enough for all the citizens to enjoy.
Greenberry? What is breen? Juliet Joyful!
For my third decree...
Julie!
Sally!
Those are not words! You've gone so far off the script that I'm not sure where we are anymore.
Oh, don't worry. I know where we are, silly. We're in the Kingdom of Sweets, remember? I'm the beautiful maiden fair with the golden hair, the princess of pastries.
Yes, yes.
Who is now the queen of pastries. After a series of events where her father, the king of cake, gets eaten by a big, beastly, billowing bear made of broccoli. Oh, Sally, that scene was so sad.
The story, Juliet. The story.
Oh, right. So, after I show him who's boss, I go back to my palace and take back my throne.
If you know the story this well, then why would the queen want to fill her moat with greenberry ice cream or declare a hopscotch law after enduring a harrowing journey of self-discovery and vengeance?
Oh, I don't know. She just seemed like a fun lady.
Okay. I suppose indulging in the finer things in life would make her character more well-rounded. All right, Juliet, proceed.
Thank you, Sally. For my third decree, you all have to listen to me recite my favorite colors in order of my most favorite color to my least favorite. Starting
Just highlight it.
Pink, yellow, no, green, blue,
Such
orange,
is the life of
green,
artistic collaboration.
moss.
Wouldn't you agree, Walliver?
What the hell did Wally do this time? I'm tired of him. Wait. Oh no! I missed the other ones. Or is this for... Oh, so that's what the scrolly thing was for. It was subtitles. Oh, so I wonder if folks with like sight impairments... Walliford. So I wonder if folks with like sight impairments, like you know how people have screen readers and usually it'll excuse me. It'll read the stuff on the screen in order to give like no 30 spaces. Greenberry ice cream. Greenberry. What is Greenberry now that I think about it? But it's nice that they provided like a transcript or something. I wish I could replay it. Oh, and it's called Answer. I'm gonna have to look at those other video files as well. So I wonder, are these regular as well? Or irregular? We are thankful to be the first to jumpstart this journey, but it hurts. Huh. So now I'm going to have to go back and highlight some of this stuff. Gotta get going, but I hope you have fun looking through the rest of the site. Thank you! Clown illustrations. Wait, what did I miss while scrolling up? Dang it, I missed something while scrolling up. Rest in peace. Can I not click on the bug that keeps popping out? Serendipitous salutation, dear neighbor. So much has happened since we've last spoken to you. How could so much support and attention be summed up in so few words? We came to you asking for help like a neighbor in need of a cup of sugar, but you've given us your whole pantry supply. That's saying a lot with nearly 5 million friendly visitors. Our gratitude is immeasurable, and with your help we are confident we will uncover Welcome Home's whereabouts. And thanks to you lookers at a loss, we have uncovered an exciting array of findings that are sure to solidify our speculations. We always knew it was real, ever since that first itch in the back of our mind. We need to know too now. You need to know too now, don't you? Do you feel it? It's good that you came back. We hope pursuing our most recent findings will be good time, as Barnaby would say. Remember, neighbor, home is where the heart is, and the house is brimming with love for you. Welcome to the search party. Don't forget to wave up high. Can I not click on that bug? Also, hold on. 67790. But no, I went to the About Us page. There was something else that was off. Here. A chunk of the website is taken out. So I answer and then 414 BF. Well, help. But Wally's speaking to them on a regular basis. Come on! Clicking is hard! Or is it breaking it up for a specific reason? Also, let me start playing the music again. That helps. Music. So I already did About Us. That's the home page. Let's see. So I clicked on Welcome Home and did About Us. Neighborhood. Home is where the heart is, and Welcome Home's residents are the heart of the neighborhood. Even if you don't live here, you're still one of the most important denizens. But don't worry, with the help of this colorful array of neighbors, it'll feel just like home in no time at all. Please note, this information is pulled from remnants found in illustrated pages and old merchandise. Information is set to change and expand upon discovering new findings. We're back on the noise again.
Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and just a scoop of peanut butter. Gelatin works too, of course, but I always like to spoil myself with a little something extra. But that's just between us.
Of course, I'm no gossip. I suppose gelatin can't always be relied upon, too. Still, I think it holds perfectly sliced fruit beautifully. I think that ought to mean something. You know what, Poppy? No one understands gelatin's potential. It's like they say, you eat with your eyes first.
They do? Oh. Well, now you've got me worried about this new recipe. It's not very, well, visually appealing.
Oh, no. Forget what I said. We've worked so hard on this. In fact, I bet these could be shaped with one of my copper molds.
You're right. Maybe that one you have shaped like a butterfly, Frank.
Oh, that's right. Oh, such a shame butterflies aren't fond of seed, or muffins for that matter. This recipe could have saved my garden.
Oh dear. You know what? I'll try and think up a recipe that's sure to have them... to make your butterflies do a... Well, I'm not sure how to tell if a butterfly is happy.
Whatever you decide we'll have them all aflutter, Poppy. I think our experiment is done, too.
Give them some sugar water.
Say that, Frank. Oh, be careful. I wouldn't want you to burn yourself.
I'm all right. You've taken all the necessary precautions to ensure my safety. Oven mitts, aprons, a second pair of oven mitts.
Perhaps we could use a third pair of oven mitts.
Oh.
Poppy.
You're working with such dangerous appliances. Who knows what could happen at a moment's notice? Oh, goodness gracious, just thinking about it is making my feathers fall out.
No, don't get yourself started, Poppy. I would rather be careful than throw caution to the wind anyhow. Besides, we're all safe and sound here. Wouldn't you agree, Wally?
I'm tired of Wally. We go to Wally World. Wally World. Imagine if Wally just jumps out of nowhere and starts busting it down. This is what you do at the cult chant. We go to Wally World. Let's go to the post office. Oh, so that's Eddie. So Eddie, reliable, kind, and ever determined. Now you gonna let me click on this text. Reliable, kind, and ever determined, Eddie Deer is the best mailman Welcome Home has ever had, albeit the only one. Despite being a bit of a clumsy and forgetful fellow, Eddie loves his job and always manages to deliver everyone's mail right on schedule. Eddie was a male character who moved into home from a distant town in order to establish a post office there, that of which was known as Eddie's Post Office. Despite having a written origin, Eddie has never stated the correct name of where he came from throughout the show's run. The running joke often had him stating a place that did not exist, followed by an admission to misremembering it as a place he delivered to, as opposed to a place he lived. Eddie's segments would often focus on arts and crafts projects he would teach to other residents, which typically kept him behind the post office countertop. Uncovered printed material focused on preparing mail correctly, whether it was letters or parcels. Eddie would frequently be found in the neighborhood itself, often paired with a mail bag or a prop to be delivered. He could also become actively involved in skits involving the other neighbors, usually through providing solutions to others' problems through labor. Unlike Howdy's place, Eddie's post office did not require compensation for its services. Home's residents could come and go as they pleased before the day would end. Illustrated pages also noted that Eddie had a mother who was a mail carrier, but she was not given a name and only vaguely mentioned. Like, I'll click on the bug in a moment. Oh, I could click here to...
I fold my letters.
Oh, cool. So this is what Eddie sounds like.
I tell you, I fold my letters flatter than a fritter. And when it comes to friendship, I always deliver.
And I could click here to look at transcripts. We go to Wally World. Wally. Okay. The reason why I keep thinking of Wally World is, oh, so you could click the text in order to go there. The reason why I keep thinking of Wally World, it was like this one episode of American Dad, which was where Steve had, he was dealing with being made fun of for having a flat butt. And then his friends started twerking to that song. I think they twerked to that song specifically, or maybe somebody edited the clip to play that song, but whatever it is, that's what happened. It was like a parody. Like, pretty much it was like commentary on girls not having confidence for not being developed enough, even though they're still being developed. And, but using the boys as a stand-in instead. And, yeah. But yeah, So I'll look at the transcripts in a moment. I'm gonna go back and look at the different houses. Wait, no, I forgot to click on that bug. So I keep seeing answer. So what, this is 1814, 814 EF. What?
Hello, Mr. Deer. I'm here about your emergency.
Oh, thank the stars you're here, Frank. I mean, Mr. Franklin. We're in a heap of trouble. There's some kind of, like it's like if you ever seen like, it's like a whatchamacallit in here.
Whatchamacallit? I'm afraid I only deal with bugs, Mr. Deer.
A bug? A critter? A guest? A neighbor? Whatever it is, it's upheaving my whole post office. Just look at what it's done with the paper chains.
It made these. It did a wonderful job. Maybe you should consider hiring it.
Real cute. I'm being serious here.
Oh, there's nothing to be so scared of. It's more frightened of you than you are of it, you know.
Scared? Of a friendly guy like me? I wouldn't even hurt a fly.
I don't think you could even look at a fly with how you're hiding from this beetle.
Hey, don't go knocking a fella down when he's in a fit of desperation.
Damn.
If you had a rogue envelope fluttering around your home, I'd get there lickety-split.
I'll take that into consideration next time that happens, Mr. Deer. See? Not so intimidating, is it?
I suppose you're right. But it's easy for you to say so. I don't know these fellas on a first-name basis like you do.
You don't need to be familiar with them in order to get to know them better. They're just like you or me. In fact, you're not scared of them, are you?
Damn it, Wally. Why do you always end the episode? Why? Go back. Should I be scared? I'm gonna keep clicking. It's kind of nice that you could tell who is who based off of the designs of their house, though. Like, obviously, this is Eddie's place, because the post office. So that's Howdy's place. Oh, that's Howdy. I don't know why I confused him for the mailman, because he has a different hat. Howdy Pillar is Welcome Home's friendliest and happiest shopkeeper. This colorful caterpillar knows his store like the back of his hands, which is impressive considering how many hands he has. Charismatic, quick-witted, and remarkably jolly, Howdy always seems to have whatever his neighbors need with a price that can't be beat. Howdy was a small-time caterpillar who wanted to start his own business. Actually, let me play the music again. I'm not playing that song. That's too spooky. That's too spooky. Well, it's not spooky. It's stressful for what we're trying to do. I'm trying to think. Howdy was a small-time caterpillar who wanted to start his own business, of which he accomplished in home as a much larger caterpillar. His grocery store was named Howdy's Place, of which Barnaby was their most loyal customer. Howdy was said to have originated from an apple core in a tree alongside his plentiful brothers and sisters, many of whom Howdy would offhandedly mention a plethora of by name throughout the show's run. Illustrated material typically depicted Howdy standing behind the counter and at an open window along the side, especially when he is a part of skits with other residents. Howdy is rarely seen in neighborhoods that's beyond special occasions, which one of the only other instances being to visit or deliver goods to Poppy himself. Howdy would often exchange goods for funny jokes, silly observations, $1 ideas, and unique gadgets. Noted formerly as being his favorite customer, Barnaby would often appear regularly at Howdy's place. He would supply Howdy with a daily laugh in exchange for a hot dog. As such, old scripts would provide strange lingo to describe the various ways Howdy would prepare this hot dog, such as paint a bow wow red and yellow in the winter and make sure it got legs, or a full house with a couple of bloodhounds. Howdy's puppet was rotated between a live hand puppet and a walk-around puppet in order to keep him in frame with his fellow residents. Huh, is there no bug over here? I wonder how does he sound.
Howdy do, fellas. Care to let me share my wares?
Oh, he sounds like one of those, he has a transatlantic voice. Transatlantic describes the sort of semi-American, semi-British accent that a lot of radio show hosts had. And that was like a standard for radio show hosts to have, because that was quote-unquote the most legible with North American and West European audiences. So I'm guessing this is Barnaby's house. Barnaby. A goofy layabout with a love for jokes, Barnaby B. Beagle is Welcome Home's funniest neighbor. Always ready for... So that's why he had so many damn puns. Blues Clues looking... I'm trying to look. Always ready with a joke or on hand or even a silly observation, this big blue beagle always knows how to have fun. Such to the dismay of some of the grumpier residents. There's only one grumpy resident. And that's... Isn't that Frank? That's Frank. Barnaby B. Beagle was the resident jokester who left his life on the farm to move to home, of which he joked as being the big city. Illustrated books noted he was an orphan puppy that was adopted by the chicken that crossed the road, comedically named Miss Beagle, which proved as motivation to an entertainer. Similar sources noted Barnaby being able to perform a gaggle of tricks such as juggling, balancing on a ball, and steadying large objects on the tip of his nose. Wally was often depicted alongside him, and illustrated pages noted that they were best friends multiple times. Examples included skits in which Wally would typically paint Barnaby in silly poses, or where Wally needed to learn something new. They also shared characteristics with one another, such as color palettes, hearts on the soles of their feet, and similarly designed outfits. Oh yeah, the vest. I wonder... trying to click everywhere. I'm trying to click everywhere. I got hair and clean underwear. Da 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 da. Many of Barnaby's segments were akin to stand-up, often being met with booing, clapping, or having things thrown at him by his fellow neighbors. Barnaby's middle initial was often rotated in terms of what it stood for. Old scripts cited that he claimed it stood for blue, bark, bite, and buddy. It assumed these are all incorrect. Within some illustrated materials, Barnaby is depicted with a tobacco pipe. Barnaby's puppet was rotated between a live hand puppet and a walk-around puppet, typically to keep him in frame with his much shorter neighbors. Yeah, I can see that. He's a big boy.
What do you call a beagle with no ears? Nothing! He can't hear you anyway.
Yeah, that works. Some of those kinds of jokes I'm not quite amused by, and it's not that they're necessarily bad. Like, I get it. It's just... I don't know. This is Poppy. Oh, she makes cookies. Let's go, Big Bird. Don't know what you heard. Don't know what you heard. Poppy. Perhaps the most frantic, frazzled, and feathered neighbor in Welcome Home, Poppy Partridge, is the resident chicken, so to speak. From a sprained beak to sunburned feathers, she always thinks about the worst outcome of a pleasant situation. Then again, it never hurts to have a neighbor with a first aid kit on hand. Old scripts outline. I'm like, what do you mean I can't click down? Old scripts outlined that Poppy had lived with her family in a nest that had been tucked away in a tree hollow deep within the forest, but that she would eventually outgrow to a staggering degree. She would move to an empty barn and home, of which she would give a bird's touch. Poppy insisted she could fly in some iterations of her dialogue, most notably in her journey to home, but there was no evidence of this throughout the show's run. It is not clear what kind of bird she is, as she has stated she is a bit of flamingo on her father's side and a bit of hen on her mother's side. She also has noted it's hard to keep track of a family tree. A lot of birds fit in trees, you know. Poppy's puppet is a walk-around puppet that concept work noted had stood at around 8 feet tall, but photographs surrounding her height have yet to be uncovered. Poppy was rarely seen outside of her barn, typically being visited by neighbors instead. Many of her segments focused on baking, although she's been known knitting, but she did not have a live hand counterpart, so other puppets were often doing her work for her in various skits. Illustrations noted that some possible assistants were Frank, Eddie, Howdy, and Sally. Within the context of the show, this was because she was too scared to use the appliances. How the hell are you cooking then?
Oh my.
Get her
I'm
an
such a
easy bake.
featherfingers.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my. I'm such a featherfingers.
Somebody get this girl an easy bake. Now that I think about it, what were they cooking? Was it like birdseed muffins? Her and Frank, that one episode? Before Wally was pulling some BS? So that's Sally. The most rambunctious resident in Welcome Home. Sally Starlet shines above the rest. She's a firecracker who is willing to let her imagination run wild in the name of a new adventure, albeit at the occasional expense of her more cautious neighbors. Thankfully, she's got a good head on her shoulders, and perhaps one could even say a sunny disposition to match. According to an uncovered script, Sally had once been the brightest star in the sky, even more than those that surrounded her. However, upon looking down at a nearby celestial body from her spot, she knew that there were still places she had yet to truly shine, and fell from above as a shooting star. She has seemingly accomplished her aspired stardom, as there are only 9 visible neighbors in home, all of whom know her. Sally was often focused on aspects of the theater, such as acting or singing, which she felt she was more than well versed at from being a star. Because of this, many of her segments often consisted of the entire ensemble of neighbors, with her playing the role of the director. The residents would act stories out on a stage, either for the viewer or other neighbors, that would be displayed in the show as storytime segments. Many were focused on fairy tales with an abnormal turn, either at Sally's will or her expense, typically through Barnaby's presence and desire to entertain. Oh my god, Barnaby. Concept artwork revealed that Sally was a live hand puppet, but required an additional hand to move her head, as it was much larger than the other puppets. Yeah, I can see that. Especially depending on the material that they use.
Celestial. Astronomical. Stupendously fantastical. Oh, so few words can capture the radiance of Sally Starlet.
It's very much given Rarity or the amazing Trixie, but without the meanness. I was like, Trixie, shut up. But when I used to watch My Little Pony. Frank, arguably the smartest neighbor in Welcome Home. Frank Frankly is the resident bookworm with an expertise on butterflies. Despite being the grumpiest and grayest of his colorful cavalcade of neighbors, it's good to have someone so organized and matter-of-fact amidst the bunch. After all, he enjoys being Frank, even if it means being Frank. Whatever that means, he is Julie's best friend. Wait, hold on. Who's Julie? Oh, it could be the blonde girl. Frank does not have any known information regarding his origins prior to moving into home when compared to the others. However, there are still notable attributes that have been uncovered. Frank has often depicted with a book or butterfly net, since butterflies were seemingly his focus. He is also a source of information for the other neighbors when an answer to a question was needed, as noted in old scripts, but it would often be discredited for comedic effect. Frank would be partnered with Julie as the straight man in various skits, merchandise, and advertisement, and in the song The Fun in Your Frown. No track found. In the show itself, the puppet appeared with a fixed frown on his face, but in illustrated material, Frank often had more complex expressions. Any concept work surrounding Frank's puppet could not be uncovered, but there is evidence that had revealed that his head could be fully rotated.
Frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being Frank.
You tell him, Frank. I like him. That was because Bert and Ernie were my favorite characters. Like, I like Bert, Ernie. I like all of the Muppets, but like Elmo and Sally and Bert and Ernie and the Noodles. Like, there was more than one noodle in that family. But Julie. So that's Julie. I like her. She's very stylish. Undoubtedly the cheeriest neighbor a puppet could ask for, Julie Joyful is Welcome Home's happiest resident. Amidst such a rainbow of brightly colored neighbors, that's really saying something. Upbeat, silly, and always ready to play with her friends, there's never a boring day in Welcome Home while she's around. She is Frank's best friend. According to the uncovered scripts, Julie was a rainbow monster that had said to have come from deep within the forest that surrounded the outskirts of home. She lived with her family in a cave, but sought out a life of her own and moved away. Many of her skits and activities centered around playing games, whether they were a familiar... Rainbow monster. These pages look normal. Many of her skits and activities centered around playing games, whether they were as familiar as jump rope and hopscotch, or simply made up on a whim. She was often depicted with Frank, a comedic foil, on merchandise and advertising, and in the song The Fun in Your Frown. No track. I need that track. Recent evidence has revealed that Julie's family consisted of 3 siblings who were also rainbow monsters, but with greatly differing color palettes. Their names were Bee, Franny, and Jonesy, but they do not appear to have lived in home alongside her. There was also a prevalent theme of flowers. This could be seen with Julie herself looking like an open flower from above, and illustrations that would reveal her speaking to flowers to make them bloom. And then no wonder why she's best friends with Frank. She's the flower, and he's the butterfly. I wonder if she helps him with his garden.
Play a game. I just thought of a new one. All we'll need is a pogo stick, a bowl of pasta, and a pair of roller skates.
Oh, and I see her little horns. Oh, that's Julie's house again. Go back. And then this is supposed to be Wally. Wait, is this just a GIF or does it actually follow my hand? Oh, it's a GIF. Okay. Wally. Wally Darling is the friendliest neighbor in Welcome Home, perhaps even the best painter too. With a smile like his, it's hard to disagree. Always eager to make new friends and show them around the neighborhood, Wally is happy to lend a helping hand. But you knew that already, didn't you? Wally is the most prominent character in Welcome Home, as he is often the focus of merchandise, advertising, and is present in every episode and book. His segments were focused on drawing and painting with viewers. Barnaby was often depicted alongside him, and illustrated pages noticed that they were best friends multiple times. Most notably scenarios where Wally and the viewer were learning something new. They also share similar characteristics like hearts on the soles of their shoes and paws, of which only Barnaby has the latter. A notable characteristic of Wally and his house named Home is his house named Home. Home is regarded as the night neighbor, but seemingly cannot speak, as illustrations show Home speaking in onomatopoeia, squeak, queak, bang. Sources say, however, that this puppet's eyes can move through a hand crank on the other side of the prop, facing away from the camera. Additionally, its doors, chimney, and windows were supposedly very animated during episodes. It is implied that home is the most lively house within the neighborhood, as none of the other houses seem to have eyes. Can I click anything?
That's the most.
That's the most what? Oh, so this is another one. Will. Oh, this is another will.
You're the most. Ha ha ha. You're so still. What are you doing?
I don't get it. And this is Will 1. Because the other one was Will 2. Huh. So Dad said goodbye. I'm checking again if there's any new stuff or any weird stuff in here. Like, I can't click on anything with these eyes yet. Assuming that there will ever be an update that does that. Let me go look at the transcripts. So give me just a moment. Catchphrases. Wally. That's the most. Barnaby. What do you call a beagle with no ear? We're here to play a game. Just thought of a new one. All you need is a pogo stick, a bowl of pasta, and a pair of roller skates. I'll click on that in a moment. Frankly, I don't think there's anything wrong with being frank. I'll tell you, I fold my letters flatter than a fritter. And when it comes to friendship, I always deliver. Howdy do, fellas. Care to share my wares? Poor Poppy. Merchandise. It's for you, telephone. The phone rings 3 times, then it picks up. Hello? Hello? Is this a prank call, kid? Listen, I got a better joke for you. What did the bee say to the flower? I wouldn't know. I wasn't there. What do I look like? A bees dropper? Rimshot and horn honk. Barnaby laugh. Silence follows. Not even a chuckle. Boy, tough crowd. Hey, you can't blame me for phoning it in. How about you call me back when you got something funny to say too, little buddy? Bye-bye. Phone rings once, but in the middle of its second ring, the phone is answered. Hello? Hello! Hey, are you playing some kind of game? Well, I want to play too. Okay, let's go on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how to play this game. Oh, I know what to do. We'll make a new game. We'll need a jump rope, some chalk, a dice, a sandwich. I'll call it Quiet Sandwich Jump Rope. I better get everything ready. Frank's going to love this game. Okay, bye-bye. The phone ring... I had a terrible thought. I'm like, Frank would probably curse somebody out if he actually got a phone call. And he should. I know he's about that action. Especially with the sarcasm that he had towards Eddie. With the flying envelope issue. The phone rings once it's been answered. Hello, this is Frank Frankly speaking. Hello? Are you there? Is this Julie? This better not be another game you're playing. Oh no, is this a prank call? Is this Barnaby? Well, I have a prank for you too, you jokester. A lesson. Frank clears his throat. Did you know butterflies have their own way of sleeping? It's not so much sleeping as it is having a rest. It is always done with their eyes open too. They also like to rest under leaves as a means of protection from dew or raindrops. Better yet, to hide from larger creatures with an appetite. A bit like you and those horrible hot dogs you love so much, Dayon. Well, whoever this is, I'll have you know I have better things to do than wait for you to respond. Goodbye. Wait, hold on. Does Wally have a response? Wally doesn't even have a response. Huh. Eddie. The phone rings once before it is picked up. Whether letter or parcel, whether rain, snow, or shine, we weather the weather and never decline. This is Eddie Deer of Eddie's Post Office speaking. How can I help you today? Hello? Is anybody there? Should I say the jingle again? Okay. Well, the leather purse. Oh my god, he forgot. Do you need stamps? I got them. Envelopes and paper? You bet. Markers, crayons, glue, glitter, tape, staples. Takes a deep inhale to catch his breath. I got that too. I'm starting to think nobody's there. Wait, I can't remember if the phone was ringing. Maybe I was going to make a phone call? But who would I call? Well, if you're there, have a good day. Poor Eddie. I forget stuff too. That's why I always got notes written down, and then I forget those damn notes. I hate it here. What's in my music? Oh, I forgot to play the music in the thing. Howdy. You're calling Howdy's place, the home of everything you need and everything you don't. Howdy Pillar at your side. Oh, Howdy Pillar, Caterpillar. I just realized. Rest in peace. Hello, hello. Listen, pal. Time is jokes, and I'm not laughing at. And if I'm not laughing, I don't have time. Actually, I do have plenty of time in stock. It's aisle 2 next to the bananas. But I call them cuckoo clocks. Howdy laughs at his own joke, but it becomes softer and more embarrassed as the silence follows. Alright. You're giving me nothing to work with, buddy. I only deal in funny business, and it looks like you're running low, pal. So long. You get it? Like a caterpillar? Haha. Oh, running low. Okay, that's brilliant. Sally. The phone barely has a chance to ring once before it's picked up. Hello! You're talking to the brightest and most stupendous superstar this side of the neighborhood. Sally Starlet. Triumphant ta-da jingle followed by silence. Sally whispers her next sentence. I said hello. That's your cue. What's wrong? Do you have stage fright? I know. Having a star for a neighbor can be so intimidating. She's so terrific. You're probably thinking, phenomenal, staggering, breathtaking. I'm taking the words right out of your mouth, I bet. Silence. Sally sighs softly. Well, parting is such sweet sorrows, but I must shine my brilliance elsewhere. Why don't you call me back when you don't have such cold feet, Farewell. So Poppy. The phone rings twice before it's abruptly picked up. Hello, this is the Partridge Nest. This is Poppy. Hello, dear? Are you there? I can't hear you if you're speaking. Maybe it is my connection. Oh, my feathers. A telephone is so difficult to work with. So many buttons. The sounds of shuffling, squawks, and noises of tutting can be heard. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I've dropped the telephone on the ground. Gracious me, there's birdseed everywhere. I will call you back, whoever this is. Oh, my feathers are full at the moment. Don't worry about me. Have a pleasant day, dearie. Poor baby. These poor neighbors. Okay, storyboard record. Sally. Well, it's a showstopper of an idea, Julie. I'll give you that. But I just don't believe it's possible. No, it's true. I swear, Frank. Oh, what is it that you two are making a ruckus over this time? Oh, hi, Frank. I thought you said you were going to spend a quiet morning organizing your bow ties. How could anyone effectively organize anything with you two talking so loudly at one another? Our most monstrously marvelous Juliet here insists that the local mailman is enough of a powerhouse to lift every single neighbor in the neighborhood. With the tone of someone who's heard this before. Oh, Julie, not this again. It's true. Frank, you've seen it too. Now, Eddie is fairly capable with carrying all his packages and such around, but... So you agree? I did not say... Julie, our neighborhood includes the likes of Barnaby and Home. No one could... Eddie can lift a house. I give up. Well, I simply can accept such a boast without proof. Oh, I can prove it. Look, here comes Eddie now. Watch this. What do you mean you can prove? Mail call. I got mail for... Oh no. Eddie, catch me. Quick, catch me. Sounds of packages hitting the ground. Oh my god, that reminds me of that one meme. I can always depend on so-and-so to catch me. And they were like holding coffee or something and they drop the darn coffee tray or the tea tray and a bunch of stuff break just so they could catch that person, and the person that got caught is very excited. The person that caught is very excited, but the person who does the catching is like very just it was a lot, but I don't know. But I was just thinking of that meme, and that's what it sort of reminds me of. Ta-da! See? That's hardly convincing. Yes, and I would probably lift you if... I could probably lift you if sufficiently motivated, Julie, in the tone of a woman scorned. And yet you never played throw Julie up in the air as hard as you can and see where she lands with me. In a deadpan of man who is sick of this conversation. We've talked about this. Well, I'm not convinced. Mailman, center stage, man. Yes, ma'am. Up, man, up, lift. Higher now, with your knees all the way up there, overlapping with Sally's directions. Wait, yes, ma'am. Oof, here we go. Alrighty. Poor baby. Frank next. Passable, I suppose, but I'm still not convinced. Alright then, don't you dare. What a dream of it. Oh look, Wally and Barnaby. Let's pay attention to them instead and leave me well alone. What's all the commotion, fellas and fellettes? Oh, that's cute. Hi Julie, hi Sally, hi Frank, hi Eddie. What are you? Interrupting Wally mid-greeting, he keeps going underneath her dialogue. Eddie, lift Wally instead. Oh, okay. Here we go up, little buddy. Hup. Oh, I'm up here now. That's nothing. Wally wigs 3 apples soaking wet. Here, watch. Mailman put him down. Alrighty. I'm on the ground again. And whoop. Ta-da! To signify her lifting Wally. Oh, and now I'm up again. Life sure got its ups and downs, eh, pal? Less performery inflection. But seriously, Jules, what's this new game of yours? It's not a game. I'm proving to Sally that Eddie can lift everyone in the neighborhood. Oh? Why didn't you say so? Eddie, you should have started with me, seeing as I'm such a tiny little pooch and all. I don't know, I think of Barnaby as Sans. Like, you know how there are certain character archetypes that it's kind of hard to not imagine them as a character, the same archetype? It's very much that. Like, I just think of Sans. Wouldn't it be a shame that Barnaby was the first one to find out that something was wrong? I mean, it wouldn't be much harder than lifting a couple of envelopes, huh? Picking up a little guy like me. It's hardly even worth showing off at this point, when you've already managed guys so much bigger. But might as well, just so you could say honestly you've managed a full collection, right? Poor Eddie. Okay, I figure I can. Yeah, yep, here we... Hup, alright, a little more... Poor baby. Oh, he actually did that. Let's go, Eddie. Yes. Oh. Oh my. Oh, now Barnaby's up there. One solid beat, then sound of Eddie collapsing and taking Barnaby down with him with a loud oof. Oh, I don't even get a joke for this one. That was impressive, Ed. You alright? Yep. I just peachy, Barnaby. Thanks for asking. Well, I still say it's only just passable. I bet I can do better. Barnaby, get over here. I'll bet you I can lift you over my head, Barnaby, in the tone of a man who wants to see. Yeah, alright. No. I'm ending this right now. He is tired of this, and so am I. Oh, let's go see if Eddie can lift Poppy and Howdy next. We can save home for the big finish. Ooh, not if I can lift them first. Well, I know what I'm Wait, hold on. If Sally's a star, she should be able to lift them. Like, yeah, she's smaller now that she's on Earth. Probably because of her weight being condensed. Well, not her weight, but her mass. Honestly, she probably could. I want to see that. Now that I think about it. But ooh, let's go see if Eddie can lift Poppy and Howdy next. Save home for the big finish. Well, I know what I'm doing with the rest of my day. Come on, little buddy. Let's catch this show. Eddie's going to lift up Home? That's the most. We could go to Howdy's together and Home could pick out his own hot dog. Wait, can Home get up and actually go to the store now that I think about it? You all go ahead, I'll catch up. You always did work too hard. What, huh? I'm going inside. Enjoy the ground, Mr. Deer. Alrighty, say, before you go... Any chance I could get a hand getting up? Get to picking myself up before the cows come home. Help him. So there's a live interview. It's a lot of content, honestly. And once again, the site is quote unquote glitching out. So with each page you go on to, there's a quote unquote problem. But that's the Storybook Record Media live interview. Audio begins with something just having been said, the audience clapping uproariously. The interview laughs and claps with them winding down first before the audience does. Interviewer: just wonderful. You sound like you have a lot going on in that neighborhood. In that, Welcome Home. Yes. That beautiful world of Welcome Home. Here's the show, since the show's really taken off, Wally. I'd say you're quite the popular character now. I am? You are! I am! The interviewer laughs. Wally laughs too. Yes, and you're quite the little charmer too, from what I've heard. You're not so bad yourself. Coming down from left. Well, thank you. That's exactly it. Is that why they call you Wally Darling? They call me Wally Darling because that's my name. They're just eating it up. There's a beat before the interview cracking up himself, as if on cue. That's true. You're very beloved by a lot of different people now. Do you find yourself in any sort of romances lately? Romance? Yes. A love life? Being so popular and all? Oh, no, I don't know. I love everyone. I love my friends. Oh, why are you asking if a puppet is dating somebody? Oh, hi. How to pronounce your name? What is this site about? Oh, this is Welcome Home? Zenu? Is that how you pronounce it? Is it Zenu? Would you mind, not spelling it out because it's technically spelled out in your screen name, but breaking it down because I don't want to say it wrong. But right now I'm looking at Welcome Home, which is this website created by Clown Illustration. Oh, it is, right? Yay! Zenu! But welcome to the chat. Right now I'm looking at Welcome Home. It's it's a website that Clown Illustrations created to it's something interactive for his OCs. I thought it was a video game, like one of those analog horror video games where you click around and you find secrets until the worst case scenario sort of happens as you keep finding out more things. And it's sort of like that, but it's not in the game format. You could visit this website anytime, and recently they had an update. This is actually my first time visiting physically myself, and I'm just reading the different stuff about this show. Well, this quote-unquote show. The show isn't real. Pretty much Welcome Home is a 70s puppet show. This is like a parody of Sesame Street and Between the Lions and whatnot. It's some deep thing or a normal book. Yes. It's a parody of Sesame Street and Between the Lions and stuff. You know those PBS Kids puppet shows? And but it's the worst case scenario. As you click around the website, you end up finding these secrets, and you find out that something is very wrong with this show. Nobody really knew about the existence of the show until they just randomly get these colored envelopes, and then now it's this group of people working on this website, At least that's the storyline that's coming along. There's this group of people dedicated to this show that's like trying to find out more about it and why the production ended in like the late 70s. And I'm just reading about all of the merchandise and the paraphernalia and stuff before the show eventually got caught down. And like there's some weird things. Like I could go back real quick. Like for example, where's the About Us page? As you can see, some parts of the website are falling apart. And then when you click in random parts of the site, you end up finding these secret files. And then you find these recordings either of episodes or voice acting. And then sometimes whenever you highlight text, you find mysterious messages like this. Yeah. I don't know if MatPat made a video on it. I know he made a video on, what was it? What was that new mascot horror game that also had puppets? It was like My Neighborhood. And, I actually liked that game. I saw Manly Badass Hero play it. Because you play as this army vet who was sent to this television production place to I'm trying to think. It's hard to say. You're this army vet who's trying to take down this studio that plays this Happy Children show because the ratings have gone down. And you have to fight these puppets, and they're like hella strong. Like they will pick you up and throw you off a balcony. And they're puppets. Like they probably been eating steroids or something. So rest in peace. But so I'm trying to find. Did I finish reading this part? I did not. But now I'm just like, why is this dude asking Wally if he's got a romance life? Like this is a character for a kid show. Not that kid characters can't have romance. There's shipping all the time. And a lot of the shipping be canon. But at the same time, it's just like, who the crap is married in Sesame Street? Besides Bert and Ernie, apparently. Like, I don't know. But no, I was reading this interview. How there was a live interview where Wally was like brought onto something and it was fine. But, I love my friends. But I'm just reading this out, and then whenever we find a secret recording or something, I'll play that audio and I'll write stuff down because some of these files, they have different words and that could probably make a message for something. But as you can see, parts of the website are quote unquote glitching out because like this used to be a regular side that looks like this, but it's repeating on the side, for example. But no, Clown, he literally just made this cool thing for his OCs. Like, this was entirely for fun. But now that it's gotten big, he might make merch at some point. I'm happy to see the success, and I hope that he'll be okay. Because there were some people that were being really weird about this website. You know how people think that because they consume media, they're sort of entitled to it? As if, especially when it comes to like indie media, as if somebody small independently did not make this instead of like a big ass company and folks were being weird. So I need people to have some basic respect for creators, for the love of Christ. But I'm still reading this transcript and stuff because you can see different transcripts of products. For some weird reason, Wally doesn't have a telephone thing. And I'm like, why is it that everybody and their mom has voice lines on the It's For You telephone, but not Wally. But no, I don't trust Wally. Like, I'm scared. But, let me see. Alright, you got a lot of friends in that neighborhood. I think you said you brought one in for us to meet. Is that right? Yes, it's my friend. He's my neighbor too. His name is Barnaby. Interrupting as he walked. Barnaby B. Beagle. Hey. Who? How? What? Hello. How you doing, Rick? Said as if to solidify that name in his memory. Barnaby B. Beagle. Mr. Beagle, a pleasure to have you here. Hey, enough with the formalities. Beagle is my mother's name. Just call me Barn. Oh, is that right? She was a dog too? Oh, no, she's a chicken. You might have heard of her. She's a real famous lady. She crossed the road once. She crossed the road. What for? To get to the other side. He pauses as the audience laugh at such an obvious setup. Barnaby chuckles too as he continues. They're still talking about her to this very day. Laughing slightly alongside the audience, he repeats Barnaby's lies as if to confirm his words. To this very day. Wally, you certainly live amongst a colorful array. Oh, thanks for the follow. Did the website have an update? The website had an update like a week ago. Week-ish. Like last month. That's how recent the update is. Also, hi, Kia. Kia? I'll call you Kia. Is that the best way to say it? Or Kaya? Wait, no, Kaya. Is it that? Please tell me I'm saying this right. But welcome to the chat. Also, have a good evening, Zinyu. I hope that your internet works better. Everybody's internet's been messing up this summer. Like, global warming. There's been so many storms. And then the heat waves messing with electricity and stuff. Like, the internet is ass. But, I hope that everybody's internet is okay because I've been hearing that a lot. It's been a mess. But right now I'm looking at Welcome Home. And yeah, there has been a new update. Clown has, collaborated with some voice actors. So whenever you click around parts of the website, you actually get to hear voice lines of what the characters sound like. And I think that these are updated graphics. Like, I don't know exactly what updates are being made because I've only heard about it in... Oh, so it is Kaya. Because, like, this is actually my first time visiting the site. I've only heard about it. And I watched, like, 5 minutes of somebody surfing through it one time at, like, 1:30, and then I went to sleep. So there we are. But, I'm looking through it now and uncovering what secrets I can. I probably have missed some stuff though. And I'm only gonna keep doing this until like another 8 minutes because I don't want to. Whenever I read for a long time, my voice hurts, and I don't want to strain that. But you can watch the rest of it as a VOD because I'll be posting it on my YouTube as well. But this has been nice looking through so far. I really like the art, and it's amazing to see what one person can do. From what I do know, Clown Illustrations did all of the art and the coding and stuff. I also haven't clicked on that butterfly yet. Let me click on that now. Also, let me turn off the music. That makes it easier to...
Hey, I'm a-coming. Just be a sec, I'll be right there. Oh.
Poor Eddie.
Oh, good. Not alive. Oh, I really ought to look where my feet are going, huh? Oh, hold on, buddy. These are yours. I'd forgotten I'd had them to give them out to you. Thank the stars I hadn't dropped nothing fragile. Shoo-wee. I ain't had no idea how late it gotten. I'm plumb tuckered after all this running around. It ain't even the first time I fell today. Ran into a few buildings on the way here, too. You know how Julie likes to do her drawing on the sidewalks and all? Well, she drew up a hopscotch on the curb this morning, and I just couldn't help myself. I had to just have a hop, skip, and a jump to start my day. I really am accident prone, I figure, because my face ended up meeting the pavement. May have been racket today and tossed around, but I'm still fair to middling, even after that bowling ball order. I suppose I don't got much more running left to do today, though, unless you got something for me to carry for you. Is there any leaded package or parcel you need me to run for you? Wait, what are you looking around me for?
Mailman! You got any packages for little old me? My kazoo collection should have been in my mailbox today. Where is it?
Now, Barnaby, you know better. I have to put it in your mailbox. It's policy.
You know a dog like me doesn't do policy, pal. The only policy I follow is the creed all dogs follow. Chase in your local mailman.
Oh, God.
No, I hate that policy. I'll beat you to your mailbox lickety-split. If I don't split my lickety.
Split my lickety, oh my God.
I was this close to dogpiling him. Next time, don't give Eddie any hints, eh?
Yeah, every time they're like, "Hey, Wally," then it's like something like that. Like, I don't trust that little bastard. I do not trust him. Wait, did I even finish reading the interview thing? Let's see, she crossed the road to this very day. Wally, you certainly lived amongst a colorful array of characters. It's no wonder you've come into stardom recently. So how are you two handling the attention? I've been destined for showbiz since I was just a puppy. What a couple more eyes to a well-known comedian like me. As long as they're not throwing tomatoes at me, it sounds like a walk in the park. Pause for laughter from the audience. I tell ya, we got a neighbor who's got an arm like a professional baseball player. It's not easy. Wow, I've ducked a few tomatoes in my own time. Sounds like a handful, Barn. What about you, Wally? What do you think of all this newfound fame? I think it's just the most. Oh my God. Cause that's his catchphrase. I still don't trust that little bastard. Just So song demo. Recording is muffled in age with occasional dips. It begins as Frank is muttering to himself. Oh God. I'll read that later. Cause my voice is starting to go out. I might end just a wee bit early. It's just by a couple of minutes. But let's see. This was nice looking at though. Like, I really love this website. It's so much love put into it, and it kind of inspires me to be bothered with my it kind of inspires me to be what's the word? Oh, thanks, Kaya. It is so interesting, and it kind of inspires me to be more active with my OCs. Because, like, I draw my OCs, but at the same time, I don't. Maybe instead of drawing the emotes tomorrow, I'll draw them. Because I'm working on character sheets now. Like, I'm getting back into OC stuff again. And I really like the color scheme. And just, like, the whole premise of, you know, we're having a good time until something goes terribly wrong. Like, a lot of people have been talking about how they dislike mascot horror because the indie genre is quote-unquote oversaturated with it, when really it isn't. It's like less than 10 major mascot horror things in video games. But if you play indie games on a regular basis, especially indie horror, then that's still small compared to it. It's just that people keep hyping up the mascot horror compared to the other ones, so it feels repetitive. But there's like a lot of it out there. It's just, maybe stop hyping up mascot horror. But this is genuinely good. This isn't a cash grab. This was just something that somebody was doing for their little Mau Maus before it got big. And I hope that clown like has peace and stuff, because being famous, it could be a bit of a strain, especially when you're creating content. Because like, I've already heard some things about the Welcome Home fandom, and it's just like, y'all need to chill out. Also, thank you, Kaya, for the follow. Like, I really need some folks to chill out when it comes to the media that they consume. Because, like, this is why people are going on strike. Like, please have some consideration for the people who draw. But, other than that, I want to see the site develop more because I really like the interactive bits. I haven't even gone through the whole thing because, like I said, this is my first time on the website and I barely dug in. Like, I'm less than halfway through. But y'all have a good evening, and thanks for watching, even with the short amount of times that we've been able to talk to each other. But stay above the water. I knew they took a long time to come out with this latest update because it was so overwhelming how it blew up. Yeah! So just trying to get stuff organized. But I'm excited to see how it further develops. Have a good evening!